Yo, what is up YouTube? Today we're talking about PearOS 26.6. This is a macOS clone for Linux, and those of you who don't really want to get into macOS but really love that vibe, this could be the operating system for you. Now, this is based off of Arch Linux, as well as having a desktop environment that is KDE. I mean, if you guys have watched any tutorials on how to turn KDE Plasma into macOS, this may look very familiar, but this is actually PearOS. Now, there is another way to get macOS kind of look to your system. If you guys have already watched my video of turning Fedora GNOME into macOS, that's very useful too. But today, this is a distribution that comes out of the box with Arch Linux, so you get all the updates of Arch Linux, and KDE Plasma, so you get all the goodies of that as well, along with a nice coat of paint of macOS. So is it any good? Is it any bad? Would you use this as your daily driver? Let's find out. All right, welcome to PearOS. Now, this is the PearOS Nice Core 26.6 version. You got plenty of options. You can install PearOS. You can change the screen resolution, update the mirror list, update the system, yada, yada, yada. A lot of options, including social media links and the option to donate. Now, you can also change this theme to the light mode from the dark mode. And as you can see, something changed. Not really sure. So this is the light theme. Okay, now there are going to be visual inconsistencies in PearOS, but the light theme, I mean, before we dive into any negatives, man, I think this does look absolutely amazing. And if we go to the system settings, this is what it looks like. This really does look like macOS, and some of the visual glitches are getting through. So, you know, you can get an idea. This is basically running on my old computer. As to the whole feel of the desktop, I think it looks fantastic. I mean, you have the dock at the bottom. You have a Finder, so instead of Finder, you get Pinder. You get a Pear icon over to the left about this Pear App Store, and as you can see, we are getting visual glitches as well. Recent items, system settings, files, welcome, KDE Connect, force quit. I mean, this does look extremely close to macOS, and I'm recording this on macOS, by the way. So, you know, if I wanted to show you, this is the macOS screen. Now, this is scaled a little bit differently. This is 1440p on a 27-inch display, so it's going to look a little bit smaller compared to that video, but still, you get a pretty good idea. This is what the original macOS display looks like, and this is the dock at the bottom. If you're really not used to macOS, you have app indicators over to the right, and then if you click on the date and time, you get the list of notifications and widgets if you have them pasted over to the right pane, but I have widgets over to the left, so that's that. Now, coming over to PearOS, we have a similar kind of a situation. We do get all of these to the left, and then if you click on File, you do get the global menu, but as you can see, if you click on one of these, if you just hover and just move your cursor, it does not pick up all the other menus. So let's go through the applications, right? So we do have Finder. So this is actually Pinder. And if we go to Help, you can see Donate, Get NordVPN, Get NordPass, Join Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, PearOS website. That's a really interesting assortment of choices from the developers, right? And I think it looks pretty good. Like, it looks really, really accurate if you see the Finder on macOS. Very similar to what they've done. So they really did a great job of theming the entire distribution, and no doubt about that. I mean, the visual glitches aside, this is a project in development, and I think they're doing a really, really good job. Now, so this is files. We have home, recent, start, network, trash, and this is the PearOS volumes. So that's mounted over there. Inside home, we have desktop, documents, downloads, music. Let's double click. Folder is empty. If you're used to macOS, this does look very, very close to what I would expect. Now, let's focus on the right-hand side of the screen. So that we have the Bluetooth icon, so Bluetooth, no devices paired, and it does look like macOS, but you do also get the KDE feel that KDE is running underneath KDE Plasma if you look at pair device. So this is basically KDE Plasma, and the visual glitches are creeping through, and oh my god, they look terrible. But you know, this obviously cannot be compared to an original macOS system because it's a very small team and they are doing their best, and some of the things are experimental, so that's that. Anyway, crossing out from that, this is the Wi-Fi list. I have Wi-Fi turned off, obviously, and you can go into settings. So this would open up, I guess, KDE settings. And again, even though this is from KDE Plasma, it does look very close to what you would kind of expect aesthetically from macOS. And again, you have another tab for power profiles. I have it set to performance, and I have also manually blocked my computer from sleeping or locking the screen so that, you know, it's a little bit easier for me to make the video for you guys. Now you have a search. So this would be akin to Spotlight search on macOS. As you can see, we can search through a lot of things, through applications, files, we can take different actions, we can open our clipboard. So Spotlight is very, very good. Now, even though I am comparing it to macOS, please don't fall into the trap of thinking that they are comparable. One is from a multi-million-dollar company, another one is probably a hobby project from a small team or a single individual developer. So moving on, we also get this button. So this would bring up your control panel. So you have network, which is disconnected, no media playing, Bluetooth, and I guess this would be the night mode. We have do not disturb, and then again another do not disturb, I guess. And as you can see, we do get visual glitches. So not that good of an experience, at least on a dual monitor. Next, we're gonna focus on the dock, and the dock looks pretty good, but as you can see, all of the icons, when they're zoomed in, they're getting like, they're getting cut off. Like their heads, like Marie Antoinette, man, their heads are getting cut off left and right. Anyway, apart from that, the animation does look good, and the dock, I mean, it does not look bad. It doesn't look as good as the dock on macOS with their frosted glass effect, liquid glass effect, but they have tried to implement liquid glass here, and it kind of works, I guess. So let's go to system settings, and system settings does actually look like macOS. Like, it looks a lot like macOS. So you have your sign in with your Pear account. I'm pretty sure you could log in with that. Like if you go to help, maybe you can sign into their website, generate a Pear ID, use that to log into your computer and keep your things signed in. So you have Bluetooth, network, battery is not available, battery health, battery level history. It really does look like macOS, man. You have general, about, software update. It really looks like it's like the uncanny valley. You do have warranty and stuff, and clicking on them appears to not do anything. Pair drop and handoff doesn't do anything. Going down to autofill and passwords, date and time actually opened up. And language and region, login items and extensions, nothing. Sharing, nothing. Startup disk, time machine, device management, transfer or reset. None of those work. Again, here we have auto, light mode, and dark mode, and changing that to dark mode, actually, the transition was smooth. I'm not really sure what that icon was to the right. You guys saw this, right? But I think we're gonna stick to light mode because I think that looks pretty good. And I started the video with light mode. Ooh, and the wallpaper changed. Okay, so this wallpaper is actually from the macOS 27 Golden Gate, I guess, preview version or the beta version that's been dropped. So I think it looks pretty good, not bad. And from here, you can change the theme colors or the accent colors. You can pick teal, green, orange. It takes a little bit of time to set the color, but does look great. Let's go back and set it to deep purple. I guess that looks pretty good. And now let's go ahead and try to change the icon and widget style, and nothing seems to happen if you choose tinted, clear, dark, or default. This is what the settings look like. A lot of people don't really love this settings panel because it reminds them of an iPad. If we go through accessibility, appearance, all of the different things are going to work. We do have appearance, so we do have dark mode, light mode for liquid glass. We have tinted and clear, and these work great. I mean, because this is the official macOS, you can change the color and the changes are instantaneous. Purple, I like to keep it at multicolor. That's amazing actually for macOS. And before I jump into PearOS, you have Apple Intelligence, desktop and dock, so you have a lot of things. Now this is going to come handy later in the video when I actually go to desktop and dock in PearOS and show it to you guys. Okay, so let's go down to menu bar, and the feature is not available, so they're working on it. Pear Intelligence and Peary, which is like oh my god, this is like Siri, but I guess better. I don't know, man. Siri is getting really good in the macOS 27 upgrade. So, and you can download a model, enable Peary. I'm not going to do this. This is like 2.3 gigabytes. I'm not really connected to the internet right now. And you can also show Peary in the menu bars. What happens if we enable that? Do we get something? We absolutely don't. Okay, and now let's go to desktop and dock, because this is actually the part where this is most interesting. So even if you change the overall theme, it looks like the dock still sticks around to being a dark theme. So you have to change it manually over to, let's say, Tahoe. So this is the Tahoe light theme, and now it's looking very coherent. And you can change the size of the dock from here, so you can reduce it. And it reduces gradually. It was, I think, at 54 pixels. Let's keep it at that. And some of the icons said bye-bye. I don't know why that happened, but that's okay. You can change the zoom amount. You can cross out or disable the magnification. So now it looks like a plain old macOS dock, which I'm not going to complain about. I mean, I like to use the dock like this, so that's okay. You can change the zoom amount. So if you just minimize it, it's not going to zoom that much. If you maximize it, like, I don't know, set it to 100, it's gonna zoom, and the heads are going to get cut off, which I find very funny. You can also change the zoom amplitude. Let's just keep it at 1.2, and that doesn't help it either. Okay, icon spacing, small. Would you really want small? It doesn't seem to do anything. Large. Okay, you can even show the oh my god, that does not look too good, man. The reflections below, if you notice below, you can see reflections. It's not that great. Okay, I may sound very negative because I am used to macOS, but dude, a single person trying to do this, I mean, even with a small team, I can't imagine the level of effort it must have taken. But if you want a very stable, coherent experience, again, go look for my video on how to transform Fedora into macOS. Like, get a theme, get a makeover, get a paint job, and it's gonna look way better. And it's also going to perform very good because it's Fedora, and that's a very solid foundational base to have when it comes to operating system that you're actually going to use every single day, right? So having said that, let's continue. We have other visual effects. You can minimize or disable background blur, turn off liquid glass effect. And you can change the refraction setting, RGB fringing, taskbar indicator position. Let's just turn off the reflection. It's getting on my nerves just a little bit. We also have inside margins, so left, top, bottom, all the 4 different margins for inside and outside. These are the displays, so I am using this on the HDMI-A, so this is the capture card set to 150%. Again, you can change the resolution to large text, and I believe I borked my entire display, and fantastic. How do I go back? Oh my god. Okay, let's just go back to what it was. I got scared, and now it doesn't look great. Oh my god, what the hell did I do? Okay, so this is no. Let's just keep this. You know, we're gonna fix it. Okay, how do we fix it? We're gonna minimize this. We're gonna open up display configuration, and this is gonna give us the KDE display configuration and not the macOS whatever that was. And now here we can change, I guess, the resolution to 1440p, and then the scale is going to be 150%, and not going to worry about the refresh rate because it's going to cap out at 60 hertz. So we're going to hit apply. Let's see what happens, and there we go. Finally, we're back to, man, that gave me a heart attack in the middle of a recording. If the screen goes awry, man, that's not something which you would really want. And again, this is the real KDE Plasma settings which you get on other computers, and this is how you maximize it. And they have integrated these buttons right in the global menu, and it does not look pretty good. Let's just go back, and this is supposed to be full screen, not maximized but minimized. But again, not gonna knock on it too hard. I mean, this is not something which you would use now as a daily driver for a weekend project. If you want to contribute to the project, if you want to see how it develops, sure, go ahead, but not as your primary operating system that you're going to depend upon, right? This is a fun project, I guess, for the developers and for the people that are watching and like making videos out of this. This is pretty okay. So let's go down to wallpapers. So we do have a few wallpapers. If they load up today, we have dark mode. I guess you can already see the light mode wallpaper, and you have other wallpapers as well. These do look pretty good. They're like official macOS wallpaper. Okay, it turned black, and are we gonna get the wallpaper? Yes, we do. The dock has disappeared for some reason, and it looks okay. Oh, we do have snapping as well, and it seems the entire top panel has completely disintegrated. Oh my god, this is a disaster. This is a disaster, man. If this was a normal video like for Linux Mint or for Fedora, I would have panicked left and right. But because I know that this is not something you're going to use every day, I guess we could turn this video into kind of a comedy show. But I don't know, man. This is not something which I would use on a daily basis. Brown PearOS, and now you're changing. But earlier, it didn't, man. It was such a bad experience, but now it's good actually. You click on the different wallpapers and it's changing. And this, I think, is a pretty good indication of how good this operating system can be when developed properly and when all the theming elements converge and cohere. It would look pretty good actually. And you also have Tahoe dark mode, which is kind of a knock to the Tahoe dark mode. That looks okay. I guess I'm not going to use that as a wallpaper. I think this looks pretty good. Green dark. It looks pretty good, but I have to take a screenshot for the thumbnail. And what the hell is this, man? Oh my god. You see those graphical glitches? Not really sure. And I think these are workspaces for KDE. Yeah, oh, that's cool. That's already in KDE Plasma, and I think it looks pretty good. I guess at the end of the day, at this point, it's just a pretty skin, and it's not complete. And for trackpad, you have pretty good options. So the animations are on point. You have enabled trackpad, tap to click, click method, click finger. What the hell is that? Button areas. Okay. So not the dedicated buttons on your trackpad, but the click finger. Pointer acceleration profile, flat and adaptive. Okay, scroll and zoom, natural scrolling turned off, scroll method. Why does this single animation keep on playing? Okay, more gestures, tap and drag and lock. Okay, so these don't actually give you more animations. Man, this could be, I mean, I do see the potential. Middle button emulation, drag, tap, drag, lock. 3-finger tap is right click. Pretty good, not bad. That's one display. Where's the other display? HDMI A1. It should have been here too. If I click on display settings, it leads me to sign in with PearOS. What? Software updates. Software is up to date. Of course, I don't have the internet connected installed. Automatic updates, beta updates. I mean, it does look like macOS, even though it is kind of non-functional. I have to give credit where credit's due. I mean, if they do manage to get this working within a few years, people are going to use this. I do see this as a viable option, and this is Arch Linux. It's going to be very up to date. I just hope it doesn't turn out to be another Manjaro, but I think this, I mean, obviously I'm not going to recommend this to any of you guys. This was just for fun, a fun weekend project, both for me and for you guys. Like, you can watch it on your weekend. I'm making this on a Friday evening, but I didn't know that it was going to go this badly. Okay, I had no idea, but I mean, it was fun going through the settings panel. And let's open Safari. So what do we get? Do we get Edge or okay, it does look like Safari. And I'm pretty sure this is just like Firefox. But man, it does look like Safari. It actually does look like Safari. I mean, the top bar is completely worked. Oh my god, but it does look like Safari. What else do we have? So we have applications. So we have App Store, Calculator, Calendar, Contacts, Dolphin. Let's open App Store. Let's see how App Store looks. Not bad. I mean, apart from, oh my god, apart from that obnoxious graphical glitch, it looks okay. I'm not gonna show this to you guys. I'm sorry if your eyes were hurt or something. Like, this is not a good experience. Okay, I think we're done. You know, thank you for watching this video. It was not the best of an experience, but if you guys, I don't know, if even a single one of you has stuck around till the end of the video, I mean, kudos to you, man. You're the real hero. Thank you for watching. Thank you. And you know what? I'm gonna wait 2 to 3 years before making another video on PearOS because it's just not worth your time or my time at the current stage it's at. But having said that, if you really wanted to contribute to the project, if you wanted to learn coding, if you want to, I don't know, hone your skills using a project which really does need help, so I guess you could do that. You could contact the developers. I just do a quick Google search, and I hope that leads you to wherever you need to be. And with that, I come to the end. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, a much better, stable distribution. Until then, thank you.